All right, audio is live to the world, but no one's going to be able to see anything. 5-minute warning, friends.
Oh. Cool. How's my lighting, Danny?
Your lighting looks gorgeous, Paul. You
Nice.
look gorgeous.
Oh, that's very kind of you. So, I never really got a full rundown on... One second. I don't see us. Anyways, I never got a full rundown on what's going on with our socks.
Oh, don't worry, my dude. I will fill you completely in.
That's cool.
We 100% needed to have our Sunday meeting this week, but it was Easter and it was nice outside. But I'm gonna.
No, I totally feel you, dude.
Yeah, but we should have done it. It's been too long, man.
No, I get it, and that's wonderful, and we should have. But also, it was Easter, and I had to come into work on Monday. Like, not here, but like I had to go to work on Monday. Isn't that weird? Like, why did I not get Monday off?
I don't think you're supposed to get Monday off.
Some people do, some people don't.
Yeah.
It's weird.
How is a non-Christian, I don't know, non-Catholicism trying to tell me about my own holiday?
I'm just telling you how the government of Canada has civically treated your own holiday. We gonna cross this line? Is this gonna put you a Dukes Up FanCast? Also, crack a beer. You're gonna need it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna need a beer?
Yeah.
We're not. Oh, Daddy, have you told Paul about strikes yet?
Oh no, we still need to refine strikes.
Okay.
We're gonna figure out strikes, and we're gonna refine this whole system. That's right, I forgot about strikes, if I'm being honest, Jay.
How dare you forget about strikes? And I do have to go get my beer.
Mm-hmm.
I also only have the timer on the
You
what's this
don't
called?
have it on the Discord, is what you're saying?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be a couple seconds behind. So you know what,
you're
Danny?
saying is hey, Danny should probably get his act together, is what I'm hearing.
Listen, that's okay. I was just gonna say you are more than welcome to do the intro this week because we tied, and you know what? I took last week, so you get
No, but
this week.
I owe you an intro.
I'm going to get a beer, and I don't want to hear anything about it. Okay.
All right, I guess I'm doing the intro. I owed him an intro.
I am putting something into the Discord too. The annual Green Jacket sweepstakes.
The annual Green Jacket sweepstakes. Why do I feel like you're not talking about the Masters?
It is the player who receives the lowest or the most negative plus minus takes home the Green Jacket every year.
Interesting. And who puts this on?
Well, I think it started with, I want to say Commodore started it.
Okay.
And then now it's just kind of caught on. I'm just downloading the picture. Yeah, I had the bar down version sent to me, but let's just say of the bottom 10 plus minus, I think half of them are Sabres.
Oh, of course it is.
I feel like they should just not award that this year. I feel
They
like
should just not be a team.
it's just not fair to the Sabres. They've dealt with enough crap, like no more. But hey, they won a game. That feels pretty good.
Yeah. Also,
We are a
I was gonna say, can you believe this? My mother and my sister have been home. Also, I'm on like hashtag COVID watch apparently again, which I'm always on COVID watch, I guess. But my sister's been home, and this weekend, because it was Easter and nobody could come over because we were on COVID watch, we spent a lot more time together than we normally do, like on a regular weekend. And they were bringing me beer, and then I went to go grab a beer, and they're like, "You gotta stop drinking beer." And I'm like, "You gave me like I only drink on Mondays." That's because I have to listen to Danny for 2 hours.
Hey! Oh,
Bing pot.
Wait a minute. That wasn't that was a dig. That was a. Well, speaking of,
Annual Green Jacket sweepstakes. Wow.
that's what we were saying we need to cancel. It's not fair. The Sabres don't need this in their locker room.
The Sabres need this. No, because Rasmus Dahlin should get his fucking act together.
Hey!
No,
Language.
Same with David Savard, man. We're talking about trading for him for the Maple Leafs. Like, Jesus. Oh my God, Nolan Patrick's a -20. No wonder that team's doing bad.
Yeah, Philly is having a go. A lot of them are having a go.
Notice how there's only 2 divisions in this entire chart?
East and North.
The
No,
North
isn't
and the Metro.
Everybody, stop what you're doing! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Leafs FanCast. I'm one of your hosts, Danny Maggs. To my virtual left, my right-hand man, Paul Cavaretta. Damn it, you're on my virtual right again.
Can we next time you gotta swap us, eh? Don't take my lines.
No, what do you mean? It's the intro. You told me I could do it today.
Yeah, but you gotta hello, my favorite Leafs fans. That is false. That is fake news. You have not met Justin Bieber.
No,
He's my favorite Leafs fan.
We're Harry's favorite Leaf fans.
And it should 100% be Justin Bieber, good old Canadian boy.
No, he should be us. We should be his favorite Leaf fans. This is the whole. Yeah, thank you, Harry. And of course, in our ears and in your ears, Chief Statistician James Reddy, always at the ready.
That's awesome.
Well,
thank you. Always happy to be here.
Amazing.
Nice.
All right,
Welcome.
Polly, we like to begin this show taking the temperature of Leafs Nation and letting everybody know where we sit. However, we're going to start
you too, Thanos.
Ooh, we have a Thanos in the chat. For those who don't know, Harry, here's Perk Up. I don't think we had you on Friday when we watched the Leaf game, but on Friday watching Leafs Winnipeg, we announced that we are now officially partnered with Major League Socks. What does that mean for you?
I don't know, because I wasn't told.
I'm about to tell the people.
Okay, well, it'd be nice if I got like an email update. You know what I mean? Like a newsletter.
I should have called you. We've been busy.
That's fine. I respect it. I respect the hustle.
If you have never heard of Major League Socks, www.majorleaguesocks.com. And also, yeah, Harry knows you don't check your email. You're not one of those kinds of people.
That's true.
At majorleaguesocks.com, you can go ahead and buy the sexiest pairs of socks with your favorite NHL player's face right there on the ankle. Did somebody say Drew Doughty? Now, I know you've been following the FanCast, Harry. So you may have seen this on Instagram, but if you want socks, use the promo code FANCASTIC, 15% off everything on that website. There is a Leaf game tonight, 9:30. FanCast goes until 8 p.m. tonight. Won't be doing a watch party. It's a little late for us. Paul's got to be in bed by 9:45.
That's true. It's very true.
That's it, Harry. FANCASTIC for 15% off. The man knows. And before we get into what the Leafs did last week, just to kind of bring us all up to speed as a group, Paul, you also don't know about the Wheel of Gimmicks.
No. Okay, give me these wheels of gimmicks.
All right, ready? This is the Wheel of Gimmicks. And on the Wheel of Gimmicks, we have a couple of gimmicks such as Prize. Now there's Jersey Swap, which is a bit of a weaker gimmick. If it lands on Jersey Swap, you're going to switch jerseys. You're going to throw that Phil the Thrill Kessel jersey. Oh, no, you're wearing that. You're going to switch.
Yeah, I got a Nylander in the back.
We also have Suit Swap, which I'll throw on a blazer. Now, I thought about adding Gender Swap for you, but I think we will, but I don't know what that's going to look like yet. Jesus, Harry.
Get the peg.
Now, the red ones are interesting. The red ones are Prairie Fire. I will do that. I don't know if you know what a Prairie Fire is. It's tequila and hot sauce.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's a shout out to Kyle King because I'm not afraid of the hot sauces that he's willing to throw at me.
That's
and then finally, there's the prize, which will give you your chance. Whoever it is will give it away to somebody who's in the chat. We have the mechanics to do that. We will give away your choice of either a pair of Major League Socks or a copy of Void Bastards on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Steam, or Xbox.
That's kind of cool. Wow.
They are sponsored by TV.
How do we spin the wheel, Danny?
So there's a couple of ways we're going to do this. We can spin the wheel. We're going to spin the wheel today because it's our first day officially doing a FanCast with our FANCASTIC sponsorship from Major League Socks. We're going to spin it every 20 minutes. At 6:20, we give it our first spin. No, I'm not saying we're going to be giving away prizes 6 times today. We might.
God, I'm going to take my shirt off in front of people. I'm down. Let's do it.
Yeah. Now, I think you have to be careful about how you phrase it so the Twitch people don't get mad. But tell you
I
what.
have to sexually take my shirt off for the interwebs. Is that good enough?
Just hide your nipples. Harry makes a good point.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And
just
then,
making sure.
And then,
Yeah, they won't be able to tell the difference.
We will spin this thing an additional time. An additional time for every 300 bits that this show picks up today.
Cool.
At 300 bits, I'll spin that wheel again. And we'll spin it every 20 minutes. There could be socks to be won. There could be shots to be done.
My OnlyFans account is Mitchell_Marner97.
My God, is that when he was born? Yikes.
Here's me, baby.
Yikes. We're also going to have we're going to have strikes for when you and I get things wrong. We're going to have strikes, and at every 3 strikes, we're going to have to do something.
But that's for later episodes or later shows.
I think we're going to work towards that as time goes by. JR is turning into not only our chief statistician, but also our chief gaming officer behind the scenes.
Cool.
So what do you think about that, James?
Oh, I am looking forward to this.
Okay, so this is going to be good. I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah,
why do I gotta be active?
You're giving me power, Daddy.
I know.
That's tempting.
We're going to hide the wheel for now, but the wheel comes back at 6:20. So every 20 minutes, spinning the wheel. 100 biddies. 100 biddies from Harry.
Harry's trying to get this going fast, eh?
Yes. That's what I like. Oh, he's throwing another 100 with a shamrock? Okay.
Oh my God. We're going to have to spin this already?
The man knows.
And there we go.
There it is.
Okay.
Hell all right. Yeah.
Spin the wheel.
We're going to go ahead and spin
that
wheel.
Spin it. I appreciate you, Harry.
I guess we bring it back. Okay, you ready? Are you ready
if I have the bottoms up already, I'm going to kill myself.
This is our very first official FanCast wheel spin wheel event of the century.
Sure. Let's do it.
And we're spinning it right now.
I'm looking forward to it.
Hey! It's a prize! We got to give this prize out to somebody who's in the chat. So here's the thing, okay? What I need everybody in the room right now to do, if you want to be eligible for either a pair of Major League socks or a copy of Void Bastards, excellent first-person shooter game, type an exclamation point FANCASTIC into the chat right now. Exclamation point FANCASTIC. We might have to simplify this as time goes by, but I think this is how we're going to do it for right now. Harry's in, Cleary's in, Jay Reddy, you're in. You're allowed to be in.
No. I'm just messing with you.
All right, so it's going to either Cleary or Harry. The game is called Void Bastards. It's a FANCASTIC shooter.
Terrible.
I have a button that I have to hit. I have to hit this start giveaway button. Okay, now you need to enter FANCASTIC. That's it. Okay, messed it up. We're figuring this out together, friends. It's first time. Harry, one more time. That's Void Bastards. It's phenomenal.
It was very close to bottoms up, and I just got back from work, so.
That would be amazing. I would be really excited for that. Oh, it's a wonderful game. Okay. Right now, I've got 2 entries in. Sweet. So let's go ahead and give it away.
Let's just see how this works. And you know what? Because we kind of ignored Cleary earlier, Danny, did you feel comfortable with Hutch in net last night? Guy was the reason we won. What are you saying?
I want to get to it all. We got caught up with the wheel, but I still want to go through this formally. The short answer to your question is yes, and I don't know how I feel about it. But we'll explore this a little bit. Okay, giveaway is done. Winner, instant clear play, gets the dub. Cleary, the wheel has spoken.
Let's go, Cleary. Congrats, buddy.
Hell yeah, Cleary. Oh, now the room is starting to heat up. Amazing. Yeah.
What is...
Oh, was that my air horn? Oh, he wants another spin on that wheel.
Now?
At 300 bits, I'll spin it again. Cleary, we owe you a prize, and we're going to talk to you. Okay, listen up. Here's what happened to us in Leafland this week. 4 games.
Give me a recap, Danny.
Okay, we opened it up with the rubber match, the rematch, the other game against the Edmonton Oilers. And the Oilers won in overtime. That's fine. We found A-okay about it. Then we dominate the Jets. And all of a sudden, everything's kind of back to normal. We're fine. The Leafs aren't untouchable. But, my God, are they good. And they dominate Winnipeg. And then they do it again. It's slightly less sexy, but it's one of those hard playoff games that we know we're going to have to win down the stretch where it's close. And you're going to be gritty. Shout out to our mans in Philadelphia.
Shout out to our man's gritty.
And then yesterday, a desperate Calgary Flames team that needs to win doesn't win. They get beat 4-2 by the Leafs. Leafs look good. Galchenyuk gets his first goal. And the biggest surprise of all of it last night was that Michael Hutchison was in net. They need to do this load management stuff on Campbell, so they are. But Michael Hutchinson is in net, and he didn't look awful. In fact, for the second and third periods, he looked pretty damn good. And, buddy, go ahead and say it.
He's the GOAT. Like,
No,
is there
whoa,
anything else to say? He is the GOAT.
I was willing to concede a...
I told you so?
I told you so?
Yeah, but that's too little. It's too little, too easy for you. Danny, let me explain something to you. What are the goals that Michael Hutchison lets in? These softies.
They're not even... I mean, that's not entirely true.
Well, some of them are pretty soft. The other ones that he stops are the ones that you battle for, that you want to see your goalie stop. Now, yeah, it doesn't look good when the nice floaters go in and the through the legs, the 5-hole breakaway shots, first shot of the game. No one wants to see that go in on your goalie. You want that kind of a save. But Michael Hutchison has been battling all season long as a number 3 guy who's been playing this much. I don't see how any of us could have asked for anything more.
Okay.
This is above and beyond.
Only
and I appreciate
because,
him for it.
Only because he is our 3rd string goalie. And I'm even going to go as far as to say 4th string goalie because Aaron Dell was supposed to be our 3rd string goalie. Only because we're getting wins from our 3rd string, 4th string goalie will I concede to you that it's okay.
Yeah.
He lets in bad goals. Okay, he let in bad goals against Edmonton when we watched on Monday. But the team looked like they finally settled down in front of him, and what I'm seeing is that the team might actually feel like they're starting to trust him. I want to bring up a great stat that JR threw to us earlier. James, do you have that handy, the comparison to Carey Price?
Actually?
Yeah.
This is what was it? Was it Hutch's numbers versus Carey Price?
All right, we've got Michael Hutchison's last 5 games, save percentage in GAA. So 941. Okay, let's just go off save percentage here. 941, 870, 893, 1,000, 955.
Yeah.
Carey Price's last 5 games. Keeping in mind that he makes $9,775,000 a year more.
Yeah.
839, 1,000. 778, 867, but he did have a nice 944 in there too.
Okay, what's that averaged out to?
Off the top of my head,
I've got to find. You shot this to me earlier, right, James?
867. Yeah, Facebook.
So I want to take a look here because it was absolutely ridiculous.
That is an 885.6 average for Carey Price.
Wow. 885 in his last 5, and Hutch is got to be sitting at about 920.
Pretty 920 at least. He's at a 919 for the year, man. Like, that's pretty nuts.
Hutch is sitting at 931.
In the last 5 games, he's got a 931.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to... Yeah, I don't know if there are other Hutch haters in the room. First of all, you're welcome here. Like, I'm cool to have you. But 931 in the last 5 games? That's insanity.
So let me explain to you why I'm such a big supporter of Michael Hutchinson. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He is the embodiment of an underdog this season and for the Leafs because how awful he was a year ago when he played for us. And we can blame him as much as we want. That team was not good defensively at all. There was no excuse for being that bad. The team was underperforming near every night, and even more so when Hutch went in net. Why I'm a big defender of Michael Hutchison is because he comes back to the Toronto Maple Leafs willingly, and he's playing his heart out, competing for games, competing for ice time, even though he doesn't got a shot. He's the fourth string guy who is doing everything he can in every game he can. And what sucks is he lets in the softies. That's what sucks. But let me ask you a question. If you got repetition, if you got game after game after game, are those shots not going to become more routine? And then you're battling through traffic better than the other two goalies. That's awesome, right? The only other goals that go in on him are deflections. Michael Hutchinson is maybe not the future starter because that's not it, but he is a solid secondary candidate somewhere down the line in the future. And that's my honest opinion on him.
Caveman, that was some of the most articulate defense of a goaltender I have ever heard, certainly out of your mouth, and out of Leaf fans in general. Dude, I just queued up on the Twitter. I'm ready to post it officially on the FanCast Twitter. In Hutch, we trust.
In Hutch, we trust. We got to do it.
I think you've won me over. And I mean, he won me over with his play.
Oh, of course. I mean, I can't like make you love a guy, you know?
But even just talking about last night, you know, like, I didn't feel good that the Leafs got down 2-1.
No.
Like, that, it didn't look good, and I wasn't happy with Hutch, but he really settled down, and he helped turn things around, rhyme intended, for the Leafs. The big thing to me, like I said, was that they looked like they were confident in front of him. So if they trust him, I trust him. I think that's fair.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not that Michael Hutchinson is the biggest story in the NHL or of the Leafs right now. But you know what? With the issues, I'm here for my caveman socks. How about that 028 on the PP? Woo!
Let's break down. We'll break down our power play in a moment.
Yeah.
We have some very important business to take care of first. Friends, ladies,
it's time.
Gentlemen, at 6:20, exactly 60 seconds from now, we are going to spin the wheel of gimmicks and giveaways for your chance at a pair of Major League socks with our brand new partner. Wait for it. Major League Socks.
Nice.
So if you didn't know, you can go ahead and buy a pair of Major League Socks with your absolute favorite player on it. All you have to do is go to MajorLeagueSocks.com, promo code FANCASTIC, 15% off everything store-wide. Now, if you're watching this right now through the Dean Blundell Media Conglomerate Network Supreme, make sure you are watching right here on Twitch, twitch.tv/BingPotTV, to be entered for a chance to win if the Wheel of Gimmicks and Giveaways lands on a particular gimmick or giveaway. Bring back the wheel! Excellent. All right, my friends. It is time for our second official spin on the BingPot TV Wheel of Gimmicks and Giveaways. Spin it!
We need a song for this, like a do.
I need audio.
Do.
Hey!
Oh!
We get a gimmick. It's a suit swap. I'll be right back.
I'll keep him entertained. Well, so this is going to be one where Danny, I believe, gets to go put on one of his favorite Dan Cherry blazers, and he's going to get dressed up and look all colorful for us, which is nice, you know. Oh, and here he is.
But I got excited.
Wow, you had it ready, eh? That was off screen for less than 5 seconds.
What? I'm kidding. I'm efficient.
You were prepped. No, you were prepped. I'm proud of you. You were like ready to go.
I literally just went to the closet and I threw on a suit.
Okay, I'm just.
I mean, I was ready. I was ready to go.
Yeah, you were.
This is
I'm
all
proud
we
of
got.
you.
It's nice and bold and bright and beautiful and purple and pink. Let's talk about the power play as we thank you guys.
Wait,
for,
can we before we move on to the power play? Can we talk about Major League socks really quick? Because I was looking at their NHL socks. Because man, I might want to purchase something.
Let's talk about NHL socks. Absolutely.
Because I was just looking at who they have available.
Yeah.
Right. And who they have sold out, and it seems Connor McDavid sold out. That makes sense.
Well, hold on.
Carey Price sold out. That makes sense. Oh, are you taking a look too?
We're both taking a look.
Oh, nice.
We had to deal with LCs.
Tyler Seguin is sold out.
Yeah.
Taves is sold out. It makes sense. I mean, Captain Canada, right?
Why are you talking about these players? That's not what we care about here.
Because I'm just curious as to why Alexander Barkov is sold out. Who in the hell is buying Barkov socks?
Florida fans. Or Leaf fans.
Florida doesn't have fans, Danny. Florida does not have fans. They do not exist.
That's not true. I'll find you one and we'll get them on the show.
Can we have one person in the chat say they are a fan of Florida and or name their starting goaltender?
Is it not James Reimer anymore? The real thing that we want to do is go down to NHL alumni, and we're gonna scroll down here to where it says Los Angeles on the left, and look at these beautiful Gretzky socks that you can get next to your Doughty and Anze Kopitar socks. My dude.
Wow.
Unreal. Number 1 in the NHL, Florida. You see? Come on, man. Why you gotta hate? Don't hate.
I'm just saying, I like the Solani socks in the old Anaheim colors.
There's tons.
The real Anaheim colors.
And you can get 15% off all of them with promo code FANCASTIC.
I like how Wayne Gretzky is not even sold out, but Connor McDavid. But Teemu Solani is. How does that make sense? Who are these Finnish people just ordering Finnish players' socks?
Man, you gotta collect them. They're like trading cards. Everybody's getting way too invested in this NFT, NBA Top Shop stuff.
Yeah.
This is where you need to be spending your money. It's a long game. But man, I'm telling you, 20 years from now, those socks, if you haven't worn holes in them all around.
All right, Danny, talk to me about this power play. What in God's name is going on?
We talked about this a little bit during the game on Friday. James, if you 0 for 28, I would love to get some numbers on where that ranks recently in the last 3 weeks, and where they're looking at in the season, if you can.
Yep, you got it.
So it's just it's kind of embarrassing at this point. Do you know what I mean? It's not.
It's frustrating, I think, is a better call than embarrassing. And the reason I think it's frustrating is because
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase it. It's embarrassing for other teams that we are 0 for 28 in our power play and we're still winning games. That's embarrassing.
So
for everybody else.
On the one hand, yes, because losing games is losing games, but remember that the Leafs are far and away on paper the best team in the division. I don't really think that's up for debate. Yes, Winnipeg can give us a run, but we're up there. The whole thing is the Leafs are supposed to do a hell of a lot of damage on their power play. And so if we're able to actually pull this off without getting the boost where we're supposed to get it, I mean, I just think it's more of a testament to how good our team is. I think that's the point I'm trying to make here.
Yeah, but also, hey guys, score a goal. Just score a goal. Matthews, you have 25 on the season. Put one in on the power play. Okay. Just do it. You know what I mean?
So there was a comment from, I brought this up on Friday. I want to say it was one of the writers in The Athletic. And the whole idea here is put Willie and Austin on the same power play unit. Hyman or Simmons is your bumper in front of the net.
Sure.
The other two guys are like pinball flippers, each on a one-timer opportunity from the dots. Okay, you with me?
I'm listening.
All right, and then whoever you want on the point, move things around, skate it. Eventually, you're going to open up one of either Willie or Austin to take their shots. Makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
But I sense a but coming.
Yeah, but
no, it's a flawless idea. That's why you have nothing.
No, I still don't like our defense. I still don't think we have a good power play specialist on the back end. And Riley, and sorry, let me fix that. I like that idea because it gets Riley and Marner off the same power play unit, and that is what I'm going to say about it because you know my feelings on that.
Right.
Already.
Okay. So James brought up a really good point.
That's a good one. Go ahead.
On Friday against Winnipeg, they rolled in overtime.
Yep.
We'll come back to that, Alan. A win is a win. We'll come back to that. In overtime, they rolled out on a 4-on-3 in overtime, the big four. No defenseman.
Okay.
Call me crazy. Do that on a power play.
No defenseman?
What do you need a defenseman for? Okay, this is going to get 1 second. Before everybody thinks I'm crazy, because I know you're thinking it. Positions are kind of arbitrary. Like, you can manipulate it probably a lot more than you think you can. In a power play scenario, all you need on the back end is someone that's going to skate hard, so ideally someone who's fast on the blue line, so that if it gets behind you, they can deal with it. So, I don't know, someone who can pass as well. Maybe a Mikheyev?
So
float?
Here's your problem. Here's your problem. That spot of a defenseman on the back end. And Harry, I will get to that. Who does Paul root for in the playoffs? The Jackets and Leafs somehow face each other. Well, they did face each other last year in the play-in.
He rooted for the Jackets.
And I was rooting for the Jackets.
Which was so not okay. It means he's not a Leaf fan, by the way. It means when push comes to shove, he's a Jackets fan ahead of a Leaf fan.
I rooted for the Jackets because it would mean more to them after losing all the players they lost 2 years ago to make it. And you know what? The Leafs were shit, and they deserved to kick in the ass, and they got it.
He's right. It's rude, man. You're supposed to be a homer with us.
No, listen, it's not my fault that they were playing bad and I didn't want them to win. They didn't deserve to win.
Playing poorly.
They did not deserve to win. Columbus 100% did.
Your goalie stood on their head. That's absolute crap. We outshot you the entire series. We dominated possession.
A win, as Alan said, a win is a win is a win. Put the puck in the net when you're on the power play. Okay. Here is the problem with having 5 forwards on a power play. It's uncomfortable.
The world doesn't need another diehard Leaf fan.
Thank you. Apparently, the record for consecutive power plays without a goal is 51. Current holder, Toronto. Listen, if Buffalo can almost break records, Toronto can too, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Here's what I'm going to say. It's uncomfortable. It's a very uncomfortable spot because when you're in a zone and you have possession regularly, the two guys on or at the blue line are typically defensemen. They are trained to keep pucks in. They are trained to get pucks on net. You can't just flawlessly seam any player into that or transition any player into that position. Mitch Marner would probably be the best option. My only thing is he's very small and he gets bowled over by a Tom Wilson on the penalty kill.
In my ideal version here, okay, and we're just tossing things out. Ilya Mikheyev, he's big, he's fast, he can hold down that line.
He can't get the puck on net. Who gives a shit if he's big and fast? What's he gonna do? Pass it to Matthews? That's what Riley's doing. You're not changing anything.
No, Marner's got to be the one who skates in and out and moves around. Harry, thank you very much for joining us. Don't worry, we will get you a giveaway or a gimmick or something soon. Keep spinning that wheel.
Watch party is not tonight. That game's at 9:30. Maybe Daniel will be on, but I don't think.
I don't think I'm doing one for it tonight.
Do a 900.
I may swing around for one of the other games coming up this week. So, Harry, hopefully I see you before you completely disappear. I understand it's not ideal.
Down.
Ooh, Caveman's got to go get another beer. Oh, here's the thing. If it lands on bottoms up and you don't have a drink in front of you, that was amazingly impressive. And it doesn't... If you don't have a drink and it lands on bottoms up, you've got to down a brand new beer.
That's harsh.
A little bit.
Anyways.
Okay, so if that's the issue with the power play, then, well, if that's not the issue with the power play, and that was just kind of a hypothetical to see what would happen, but the point we're trying to get to is it's getting way too predictable. They're clogging the area around the net, and shots aren't getting through. How do you propose we solve that? The brilliant hockey minds that we are.
You just need more options. And it's not about the quality of the options, it's just the options. I don't care. Caveman's going to be intoxicated after showing nips for us. And showing nips for us. Yeah, you know what? I can't speak English, but Ryan, what you said is 100% true. I usually do that when I drink too much.
Also, shout out DJ Cognac in Philadelphia just joined the room. Massive Flyers fan.
Oh.
Alan, nice. Even if you win baddies, who cares if you guys are laughing with the Stanley Cup at the end of the season? See, this is the bet. I've got a non-hockey fan in the room who's just happy to be here that we're winning. One of the big themes about being a Leaf fan, Alan, is that the problem is, no, how you win does matter because how you win is predictive of future success. If you win a bunch of games playing like crap, the hockey gods will balance things out. That is a known fact about being a Leaf fan, and we thank you for joining us, by the way. We're going to teach you a lot as we go time and time again.
I like having Alan here.
I love having
Here is the answer, okay? You need options. It doesn't matter if Austin Matthews is the best shooter in the world and he is the best option. If they take away that option, he's never going to score. If they take him out of the equation, then you're down an option, okay? So what are your other four guys doing? Well, you have Mitch Marner who barely shoots the puck. There's an option gone. Okay, you have William Nylander and John Tavares who have been cold recently. But still, you got your bumps, you got your little flips and your passes, your passing plays that they can do. Very good at moving the puck. So there's an option, right? 2. Marner being the third, I guess. Riley is not an option on the back end. I'm sorry. His floaters on net are lackluster because anybody can do that at any point in the game. Like, Morgan Riley is not a specialist at throwing floaters on the net. You know what I mean?
You said this last week. Does this mean that really what you're looking for? And I'm sorry to
is
cut
a big
you off.
Boy.
All you want is Shea Weber on the back end.
Of course. Jordan Epstein says, not just Leafs. You can trace the early 2010s with one team a season having the year. They get all the bounces and win ugly, thinking they're legit and make win now moves that off season before completely collapsing the next season. Absolutely. It happens all the time. And I hope it happens to the Boston Bruins sooner than later. So we can get them out of our, and actually, you know what? 2013 Leafs.
Don't talk about it. Don't know what happened. Never mind.
No, that is a great example. I also like the 2010 to 2021 Buffalo Sabres.
Oh, that was mean. Except
it was, and they deserve it.
The issue with them is that they really haven't had a single modicum of success at all to get excited about.
Oh, for sure. And so what I want on the back end, Danny, I want a big boy. We need an option back there who can just slap shot a puck. Doesn't matter. Put it on net hard as you can. That's something the Leafs don't have. Mm-hmm. That is something that Leafs don't have to or that other teams don't have to defend against. Or you know what? Switch up the team the way they look. Instead of running the umbrella that we have, that's the term they use in the NHL games when I play them. Go with a behind the net. You know, like instead of having Matthew or Marner on the side, put him behind the net so you confuse teams even more. Move the puck around. Stop being so stagnant on the power play. They're not creating chances. They're not improvising. They're just doing the same thing. And when you do the same thing over and over again and expect different results, what is that? It's insanity.
James,
literal definition.
Did you get those numbers out, Paul? That's a great point all around. I agree with you, and I think that's the frustration is that we don't see anything remotely
Flying V.
new.
Bring out the goddamn Flying V. Come on. 3 interference penalties not called in that game. The Hawks got robbed.
The man
absolutely
knows.
Robbed.
JR, what are those stats looking like?
Okay, so according to ESPN, so I'm just have to add together March and April because they won't let me do between this and this. Mm-hmm. I've got Toronto with the 28th power play in the NHL from March 1st to today. Mm-hmm. Can you name the 3 teams that are worse? So, Toronto clicking at 4 for 41 from March 1st to now, so 9.8%.
So the Buffalo. 3 teams.
Yeah, so Buffalo is at 31, 1 for 30 in the last month. Philadelphia are bad in April, but they had where are you? Philadelphia, they were 20% in March, so they were fine.
Just 1 second. Detroit.
No, Detroit actually.
Okay, well, it's got to be Anaheim, Ottawa, New Jersey, one of those guys then.
Okay, so 29th, New Jersey, 9.1%.
Yep.
Anaheim is 27th, so right ahead of the Leafs at 10.5. The Islanders are in 26th at 11.4.
Yikes.
And Ottawa is, I think, 25th.
Who's 30?
Or 24th. That would be the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot. Laine hasn't scored a goddamn power play goal.
8.8%, 3 for 34. So the biggest one, though, so out of all of those, Buffalo has only had 30 power play attempts. New Jersey has the most there at 55. They're 5 for 55.
So here's what I want to bring up. That's bad comparisons all around for the Leafs, being at 28th with Buffalo, Ottawa, Anaheim, New Jersey, Columbus around them. Those are not playoff teams. Those are bottom tier teams. The Leafs are better than this.
Yes.
They need to find something and figure it out. And you know what? Some of it's on the players, but some of this has got to be on Sheldon Keefe too, because it's your team. Do something. We all criticize Babcock for not trying new things. Keefe's not trying new things. Do something.
Okay, so just want to make this clear because I've been thinking about that. The power play is not Keefe's area of expertise. Manny Malhotra, remember, is in here for both power play and PK.
That's fine. He still gets final say, I would say.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Head coach. Now, I also got to tell you, if the team's 0 for 28, there is no way in hell that Sheldon Keefe is not trying to figure this out. I don't think it's the keep going and eventually it'll click. That might be what it is. Like, they might have it on paper. The team just has to go through motions. Maybe. I don't know. I just, it's, as much as you're right, Keefe's got to do something about it.
Yeah.
Let's remember there's a whole staff here, and there's a lot of pressure on Manny Malhotra to make this work. And I would be very curious to hear about some of the things he's doing. James, how long you need for the PK stats?
3 minutes.
All right, that's perfect, because in 60 seconds, we're going to spin the wheel of gimmicks and giveaways. Something's going to happen. It could be really cool. It could suck.
What's the thing? I hope we give away another prize, and I hope everybody comments, because I would like seeing people like win things.
Well, we got 10. We got 10 people.
Nice
in the stream, so I think we're doing it well. Or at least you're more prized for a gimmick and or giveaway. Maybe. I mean, giveaways are good. Gimmicks are good.
Yeah. Gimmicks are better. So wait, question: if you have a suit on and you get jersey swapped, does that mean you have to change blazers?
No, suit swap, I've got to change blazers. Jersey swap, I can swap to a jersey, or you can swap jerseys. I don't know. We're still figuring it out. Baby steps.
I'll go down and get my Russia jersey.
No, man. No.
We'll have some fun.
No.
Yeah, come on. Rodin Amirov is being an absolute beast, and it's your time to spin the wheel.
Oh my God, it is! It's 6:40. Spin the wheel. The wheel of gimmicks is pretty straightforward. When we spin the wheel of gimmicks, we will follow through with that gimmick. It could be a giveaway, and wheel. All right, let's do it. You ready for this, caveman?
I am locked, loaded, and ready to go.
We're doing this every 20 minutes to celebrate our partnership with Major League Socks. Maybe that's what will be won. Spin the wheel.
So what's the music that we have for this? We don't have anything.
I don't have music yet. It's another prize draw. Friggin' A. All right, here's what we need. I need you right now. If you would like to win a copy of Void Bastards or a pair of Major League Socks, I need you to !FANCASTIC into the chat right now. If you are watching this show on the Dean Blundell Media Network Supreme, get over to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/BingPotTV, and spin our wheel. I have 2 entries so far.
If you've won before, you can still win again. I believe that's...
Oh, yeah. No. It's giveaways for days. And I got 10 viewers. If you want to win, !FANCASTIC for
Am I allowed to play? If I play, is that a cop-out? You're not allowed to give me socks for free unless I play, right?
No, I can't give you socks.
That's just this. What is this?
Oh, so you want to play?
No, I want socks.
I got 2 people who have entered FANCASTIC into the chat.
All right,
Alan, I know you're here somewheres.
Alan's around.
Cleary, hop in again.
DJ Cognac still here.
There's got to be a better way to do it. You know?
These guys just don't want prizes. Hey, that's fine, you know? Like, if you guys don't want socks, you don't want socks.
I stay out of this and let you guys win it.
No, Alan. You're not supposed to be a nice guy here.
I can't give things to Alan. Alan's
far?
in Ireland. He's way too far away. My codes for Void Bastards don't even work over there. They're all North America.
What do you mean? No, send them to me and I'll ship them to him. It's my boy over there.
Well, it's the socks.
Well, I'll ship him
the
socks.
But the Void Bastards codes aren't going to work.
I'll
buy
him
Barkov socks.
socks.
All right, so look, between Jepstats and Ryan's Starfire, someone's going to win a pair of Barkov socks. But aren't they? Wait a minute.
They're sold out.
They sold out of Barkov socks?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Ryan wants them because they're sold out.
All right.
Because he's Ryan.
All right. Let's do it.
All right, let's see who gets this. I hope Jordan wins it because I know Ryan is going to use them on Anze Kopitar socks, and that's not cool.
Survey says Ryan Starfire.
Congratulations, Ryan.
A pair of socks. Hell yeah. Congratulations, my
Guilty.
dude. I'm going to restart that giveaway. So if you want to win, enter FANCASTIC now. Next time we have a giveaway, we will do something about it. I feel like there's too many opportunities to win on this wheel. I feel like it needs more gimmicks, but I feel like for today, it's also very good.
Yeah, no, for sure. And if nobody answers or enters the prizing or doesn't want to win, I am taking those prizes. Like, that's just what's going to happen,
okay,
right?
So for the next one, Caveman, you're going to join the fray? Can we win
I'll
stuff
join
too?
the fray. I'll come into the fray. I can win stuff. It's not my channel. It's your channel, right?
Yeah,
it's not cheating.
That's fair.
It's
I'm
not
just the
reading
only
it.
one who can't win stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect.
I think that's good.
All right,
This
so
works for
Danny,
me.
speaking of winning, is Jack Campbell gonna finish the season perfect?
No.
Come
And
on.
I really hope he doesn't. Like, I mean, okay, just. All right.
Dude's got a 951 save percentage. 951.
Before we talk about Campbell, because I do want to talk about Campbell, but I just want to make sure we don't leave the audience hanging when we were talking about JR. You got those PK stats?
Yeah, so I'm not going to include April in here because everybody in April has basically 4 attempts or less, or 4 times or less shorthanded. So we're just going to scratch that because every team is basically 100 to 75%. Leafs, you've got in a tie for 27th place in the month of March.
Penalty kill.
Penalty kill percentage, yeah.
Okay, so 28th in power play percentage, 27th in PK. James, do me a favor. Can you just tell me where the Leafs have been in terms of record in the month of March? Because we all know here that March was their off month. That's where we saw that they were human. It's not exactly the most opportune time to run into your off month.
Yeah.
And for those that want to talk about the Vancouver Canucks, BTW, we will be talking about the Vancouver Canucks in the second hour of this show. It is a big deal. I was trying to get our boy Ryan out from Vancouver to come on and talk about this as well, writer for the Canucks Army. But we couldn't get him today, so we will try and get him soon to talk about this absolute.
I mean, he'll have all season
disaster.
because the Canucks are not going to play another game.
I have a question for you first, Paul, before we start breaking that down. And James,
Sure.
talk to me about our Leafers in the month of March.
Okay, so I can give you points percentage from March 1st until today.
Mm-hmm.
The Toronto Maple Leafs are 14th
In points percentage.
in points percentage.
That's kind of good.
So
They
middle of the
are
pack team.
9-6-1. 8 of those wins were obviously regulation and overtime because we had the one shootout win the other night. So 19 points in 16 games.
Alan, he'd love
19 points in 16 games.
That's not
and-
bad. That's
and for
not
the
bad
record,
at all.
the teams behind them, so they are tied for 27th with Vancouver on penalty kill percentage in March. Chicago, Nashville, Anaheim are the 3 teams behind them.
Yeah, it's not great company. So
No.
okay.
No, they've had a very slow start.
And Danny, do you want me to pull up that graphic I sent you about Jack Campbell being right behind history?
He's behind history. What is he behind?
He is 1 win away from tying the longest Toronto Maple Leafs franchise record for winning streak by a goaltender.
Held by Vesa Toskala?
Let me just bring this up here.
Vesa Toskala is a gem. Danny, I saw your face. He's a gem.
We've got he is currently
him or
tied
Jonathan
with...
Bernier.
He is currently tied with Turk Broda and George Hainsworth at 8 games.
Cool.
He is 1 game behind, so 3-way tie at 9. John Ross Roach from January 31st to February 28th, 1925.
Okay.
Jacques Plante, December 12th, 1970 to January 9th, 1971. And Felix the Cat Potvin, October 7th to 28th, 1993.
So if I heard that right, those names all have 9-game winning streaks.
The last 3, yeah. Potvin, Plant, and Roach.
So, okay. That's awesome. Jax, thanks for that.
That's a good one, Jordan.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I think there is a caveat to be considered here. Wait.
Okay, go.
No, okay, fine. It's hurting. Go for it, buddy. What do you got?
Okay, because it doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. Nelson Mandela has to be on that list somewhere.
Get out of here. Get out of here. That was great.
Jonathan Bernier.
It was great.
It was an inspiration growing up as a kid. Okay,
Nelson Mandela, hell of a hockey player.
Oh, no.
Great hockey player. Funny times.
Okay.
All right, give me your caveat about the Potvin. Why did I turn British?
Jack Campbell has been playing sporadically, like what the guys in the 60s did, 70s, whatever. I mean, they're every game goalies. Felix Potvin especially.
Yeah.
You know, like that's completely different. That's the team also playing well for 9 games. I actually, now that I say that out loud, it may be even more impressive of Jack Campbell to be able to do this while being injured in between starts.
Yeah, no, it's kind of insane if you think about it.
I haven't read it yet. There's an article on The Athletic that I encourage you, when this show is done, to go check out. There is an article that kind of guides you through Jack Campbell's life getting to the big leagues. You know, it took him a long time. He was a highly touted prospect and just didn't get the chance playing behind Jonathan Quick, and there's a bunch of other stuff going on there as well. Definitely looks like it's worth a read. I need to figure out, I mean, it's pretty easy to see, but I really want to get to the bottom of why the Leafs play so goddamn hard in front of Jack Campbell.
I'll give you an answer. Because they care. And he's, I don't know, an embodiment of the team spirit. Nicest guy on the planet. Would you, honest to God, would you rather play for the quiet guy no one really talks to, or your best friend? You know what I mean?
For Austin Matthews, the quiet guy nobody talks to is his best friend. I hear it.
And who does he? You know, and listen, that's fine. Austin Matthews plays his absolute hardest when Freddie's in net.
It's true, he does.
That's why he hasn't scored. That's why he hasn't been scoring as much.
He misses
Freddie's
Freddie.
out.
He's just sad he misses Freddie. I can dig it.
Yeah, exactly. He's a little heartbroken. That's okay.
The problem with Jack Campbell is he doesn't have a proven playoff track record, unlike Michael Hutch. Get out of here, Jordan. Get out of here. Dude, no.
Oh, that's incredible.
Look, I'm slowly coming around on Hutch. That's been the theme of today's show, is that I'm slowly coming around. But my guy, like, I ain't there yet. And
Hutch for Vezina.
Okay, so it's Hutch we trust. That doesn't mean Hutch for Vezina. That means in Hutch we trust when Campbell can't do it. Jack Campbell's not going to finish the season undefeated. Ideally, he ends up playing a lot more, ramping up towards the playoffs. I'd really like to figure out what the hell is going on with Freddie, and nobody seems ready to tell us. I want to talk.
He's done. He doesn't want to play with the Leafs anymore.
I want to talk about trades, and I want to talk about the potential for trades. We haven't given up a pair of Major League socks yet, and producer Nick had a really good idea for how we can do that towards the end of the show. We will, I think. So I want you at home to be thinking about what you're doing trade-wise, what you would like to see the Leafs do. And if you can come up with a trade, more on this later, that can appease both me and the caveman, and not just a trade for anybody. Don't post anything yet. I just want you to be thinking about it. There's a particular player that we might want to be going after, and if you can come up with a trade that makes sense to me and Caveman, we may give you some socks. More on that coming up at the 7 o'clock hour. But, Caveman.
Yep.
Galchenyuk gets his first point. Finally, all the working his ass off is paid off.
First goal, but yes.
Sorry, first goal. Thank you. This is just another week gone by where we've had time to sit on the question of, is Alex Galchenyuk the top 6 forward that the Leafs are supposedly trading for? Do we already have him after another week, or would you rather see him on the 4th line in place of question mark?
I do not want to see Alex Galchenyuk on our 4th line. I don't want to see him on our 3rd line. He has worked too hard, and he has proven himself to be, even if the line's not rolling, he is still working his ass off. And you know what? He hasn't been that great defensively. The line hasn't been that great defensively. But they're still clicking. They're still gelling. And what I've seen is someone who wants to be there and is trying to keep their spot, fighting tooth and nail. And I swear on Holy Mother Mary herself, if we trade for a Taylor Hall dumbass and replace some guy who's working his ass off for a 2-goal, 18-loss streak, Buffalo Sabres washed up $8 million player, I'm going to be heartbroken. Heartbroken. Because everybody's given up on this guy, and he hasn't given up on himself yet.
Okay, so Cleary's asked the question. Which depth forward do we trade for to keep Hyman in the top line? Because, Cleary, I was going to say to you, if that JT Galchenyuk, Willie Nylander line has been our best line so far, which I don't think it has, I was going to ask, what have you made of Matthews, Marner, and Hyman now that the decision seems to have been made, at least for the last couple of games, that Zach Hyman should firmly, 100% guaranteed be living on that line with Mitch and Austin? Because I think they've looked the most dangerous. I know Matthews hasn't scored, and he finally did, I guess. But I think Hyman needs to be there, and I think Galchenyuk, I'm curious to hear your thoughts, Paul, can fill that workman-like role, albeit a little bit differently. But if he keeps working this hard, he will be the Zach Hyman that the other line needs.
Yeah, and you know what? I think we have to keep giving him a chance. He's worth $1 million. So what are you losing? I have some ideas for who I want the Leafs to trade for. I have a big name that I don't think people are looking at, but just a name that I think fits the Leafs so well in every aspect that any other player we get is disappointing to me. But we'll see if anybody else. I don't know if you want me to give that up now or.
Make sure I heard that right. You're that high on Galchenyuk?
No. I think Galchenyuk is good on the second line. I don't have a problem with him on the second line. He's a $1 million player, and he's trying his ass off, and he's shown that he can play with them. So if he continues to ramp up, which he has been doing, and he doesn't get injured, I don't want to see us make a trade unnecessarily to fill a slot that this guy's trying to fill.
So he can do it. You believe in this is the real question.
I believe in Galchenyuk enough. I believe in Galchenyuk enough. And if something goes wrong, you should be able to put anybody with Mitch and Matthews, and you should be able to put Hyman with Tavares and Nylander, and that solves that problem.
So I was going to ask you, Wayne Simmons up there with Tavares, with Mitch and Austin.
Yeah. If it came down to it, I would not be mad about that. That was actually one of the things I was thinking of.
Yeah.
If you had to change something, I would even move I'd move Simmons to the top line. I would keep Galchenyuk with Tavares and Nylander, let them build their chemistry. Hyman with Engvall and Mikheyev.
Yeah.
And then Spezza, Thornton, Kerfoot is your 4th line, even though Kerfoot's definitely not a fourth liner, and I think he deserves to get traded somewhere else.
Yeah, so
just he's not our fourth liner.
Right.
He's not our fourth liner. He's not our third line center. That's just what he isn't, right?
Mm-hmm. JR, you got anything to chime in here? I feel like you're chomping at the bit.
So I have a couple questions. Well, and you guys kind of touched on it at the end, because a lot of the talk about moving Hyman down to the third line Zach Hyman against third line competition, that's just not fair. Right? So is there a possibility that instead of moving Hyman down to the third line, I'm not necessarily saying Taylor Hall here, but like find a guy who moves into that spot on line 2, and you move Galchenyuk down to be that Hyman type on the third line to fight it out with Mikheyev and Engvall down there?
I don't think that's going to work for Galchenyuk. And also,
Galchenyuk plays to his line mates. He's always has played up to their level, and he's tried to. He's a top 3 pick, man. This guy does not deserve to be playing on a third line, giving up on him like this right now.
But I don't even take it as a giving up. I take that as we've lost VC, we lost Boyd. It doesn't hurt to have 13, 14 guys, because I'm kind of getting onto the boat right now that Simmons maybe not as much, but Joe Thornton's tired.
Yeah,
and I think a game or two off for Joe would not be the worst thing in the world. I think he's up to 1 point in 12 games now.
Okay.
So that's more what I. What's that?
He has not looked good.
Yeah,
Joe Thornton has looked sluggish and old.
He has contributed very well on that top line, but you put him anywhere else in the lineup and he's looked almost invisible.
112-year-old Joe Thornton is on his way back, but you're right, the rest is probably good. So I guess the real question mark is Simmons, because the way Simmons was playing at the beginning of the year, you would want him on either of those top 2 lines.
Yeah, but you know what? He's coming back from injury, Simmons, and he's looked better and better. Last game being his best. He's going to get there, and when he does, I want him on that top line. Even though I love Hyman, and he is far and beyond the Swiss Army knife of the NHL, I think Wayne Simmons needs to be up there, because that's where he can be most effective, where Zach Hyman will be effective no matter where he plays. Also, interesting stat. Thank you, Mr. Ted, who I was working with today. In the past 82 games, Zach Hyman has scored 32 goals.
Wow. Really?
Yep. How is that not insane to you?
That's fantastic.
So does the question, I guess, then shift from, okay, do we need a top 6 forward to push Galchenyuk down? And do we need to go and look at guys like an Alex Iafallo to give Thornton and Simmons some rest in the bottom 6? And well, of course. But, so I was reading, apparently Friedman had a radio hit not long before we went live. And he said that apparently if Eric Stahl had been traded today, not when Montreal acquired him, so Montreal paid a 3rd and a 5th.
Yeah.
Apparently he would go for a 4th today. Because of a lot of teams. So what Friedman was saying was that a lot of teams closer to the deadline who have rentals are actually going to end up dropping their prices because they don't want to get stuck losing them for nothing.
Yep, that's fair. Also, Danny, it is time to spin the wheel.
Yep. Oh, hell yeah. All right. Well, look, tell you what, we're up to 13 viewers on the Twitch side. If you are watching on the Dean Blundell Media Extraordinaire Network of Destiny, feel free to hop over to Twitch, BingPot TV. So that's twitch.tv/BingPot TV. And if you're in our chat, we're going to spin the wheel and we'll give away something or we'll implement a gimmick. Let's bring it back.
Okay, this would be a great time to do a bottoms up because I'm almost there and
I'm empty. But it would be cheating for me to go and get a new one. So if we get bottoms up, I'm
too am empty.
2022 Zach Hyman clearly.
All right, ready?
Maybe, honestly.
Should we spin the wheel?
Yep, let's do it.
Spin that wheel? Where's my... Spin that wheel!
Okay, I was going to say, let's just pretend. Just flip the screen. We still need a song.
Oh, no!
Oh!
Yikes.
All right.
Go on.
What's the Prairie Fire?
Oh, you were ready. You had it. That's impressive.
What do you mean?
You had it right there.
Well, yeah, I was kind of hoping this would happen. If I'm being
nice.
honest.
I'm proud of you.
What? I mean, we gotta bring it up. Look, okay, so if you don't know, a prairie fire is a shot of tequila with some typically Tabasco in it. Now, here's the origin of the prairie fire as it relates to us, and here's why it's here on the Wheel of Gimmicks. I was 18 years old, the Dominican Republic, for a week with nobody but a buddy of mine. It was the best time ever. And in 4 days, we were incredibly sick of tequila because we had drank a lot of it. We were 18 years old. And so one day we go to the bartender and we say, hey, we are sick of drinking tequila. Give us something stronger. And we don't think the bartender understood us because he spoke Spanish and reached for a bottle of tequila. So he pours a shot of tequila, and then, just as we think he did not understand what we meant, he pulls out a bottle of Tabasco. I'm using ghost pepper hot sauce because I'm not afraid. And goes and just dumps a bunch in there. And that is how I was introduced to the prairie fire. And that is why it exists on the Wheel of Gimmicks and Giveaways.
Oh, God.
Caveman?
Ugh. Bottoms up, buddy. Cheers, eh? I'll clink to that. Good
Cheers,
for you.
Dude. The sauce is too thick. It goes right to the bottom. So
Ew.
I put 3 drops of ghost pepper sauce in there. Woo! I didn't taste it on the way down. And I'm waiting for it to come back up into the back of the throat. But it's not.
That still looks so uncomfortable, dude. I'm not.
What?
Yikes.
What?
Nah, you just look uncomfortable. I'm just
I look
saying.
uncomfortable. I'm trying to. I mean, it's a weird living in the back of my throat. Like,
Oh,
I think my
God.
right hand went kind of numb.
I see regret in his eyes, dude. I see it in his jaw
No,
and
I'm
his
fine.
nose.
I'm fine.
Just wait until
There's no heat here. There's no heat here. There's no. Oh, Cleary, come on, man. That's no. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Ring of fire.
It's completely fine.
Hate to break it up, Jets. I just Kristen Shilton as of 1 minute ago. Jack Campbell starting tonight officially.
Okay, 9-0 tonight. That's nice. Good for him. Big W tonight. I got my prediction already. Don't even worry about it.
I'm nervous. I'm a little nervous.
Never nervous. No nerves with Jack Campbell in net. I have full faith in him.
Okay. So I want to. It's time, I think, as we have spun that wheel, and we will spin that wheel again. By the way, we can trigger a bonus spin every 300 bits.
Yeah.
Harry, I haven't seen what Harry threw at us, so we're gonna
He
say
threw
it's
100. He threw 100 at us last, so we need 200 more, and we spin the wheel again.
That's why we have a caveman keeping track of things.
Remember, like an elephant.
51 minutes ago, the CBC wrote an article that said that the NHL is now very concerned about the Vancouver Canucks COVID outbreak. Bill Daly, NHL Deputy Commissioner, is confident, it says, that the Canucks will be able to complete their season. And
Yeah,
the league
sure.
is not changing current COVID protocols. Now, 17 of the 22 active rostered Canucks are on the COVID protocol list. Before we dive into exactly what this means and if they can even complete the season, Caveman,
Yep.
if, for whatever reason, the Vancouver Canucks have to retire at, let's say, 48 games, and the Ottawa Senators pass them in the standings, and the NHL decides the standings by points, not points percentage. Because if the NHL decides its points percentage, different story. But if the NHL goes by points, and the Vancouver Canucks can't finish the year, and Ottawa is not the last team in the division, I think I win that $50 bet.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
We'll have to defer to...
There's no way they don't. If a team does not finish the season, there's no way they can't do points percentage.
Okay.
They can't.
So as
It's
long
not
as the
even.
NHL
It's
says
not
points
even
percentage.
that. It's what? Pardon me.
Wait, hold on, Cleary. Our bet is going to be based on points percentage because this is what I'm imagining. Bear with me. I want you to know exactly where I'm coming from. I'm imagining a world where the Vancouver Canucks are the only team that don't finish their schedule. And if that's the case, Ottawa beats them.
Okay, as the neutral third party here, what was the exact bet wording?
That Ottawa would not finish last in the Scotia North TM.
Hold up. Why do I not get a say in this? Here's what's going to happen. Yeah. Okay. If Vancouver retires their season and it's done, the bet's forfeit.
No!
Fuck that.
No!
That has nothing to do with anything else. They're ending the season early. That's completely out of our reach. And if you win because they passed the team that didn't finish their season,
a dub's a dub. Alan said it earlier.
No, this is not a dub. This is completely different.
It's a dub, my dude. No. It's a dub.
Listen, you can say you won the bet. You're not getting $50 if they retire their season early. I'm just telling you now. If they base it off points percentage and Vancouver wins, I still won't and I won't accept $50. Vancouver has to finish the season ahead of Ottawa. Ottawa has to finish the season in last place in the division for me.
Okay, but wait. No. If it's based on points percentage, I think we need to agree right now. I'm not based on points percentage either. What do you mean?
I want a full season. That was the bet.
No, the bet wasn't.
If Calgary drops below Ottawa, that's a different story. If it's only Vancouver and they didn't finish their season, void.
If it's only Vancouver, void. But if multiple teams in the league, regardless of division, don't finish the season, and it's points percentage.
But question. But if Vancouver doesn't finish the season, that means every other team cannot finish the season.
Also true.
Because they have to play somebody. So for instance, my guess is that the Canucks and Senators games are all going to get canceled because they're not going to matter. That is my guess, for instance.
The Canucks Senators, right?
Yeah, all of those games are going to get canned. I don't know how many there are, but so how does that change? I'm just asking questions. I'm not.
Listen, based on this tomfuckery already, okay, I say we just void the bet now.
No way.
If Vancouver does not finish the season, I will still do it if Calgary drops below them. That's totally fine. But if not, if Vancouver is the only one, I'm voiding them from the bet. They did not finish the season, and therefore they did not finish last in the division.
Okay, but
if it's just the Canucks and Sens games, for instance, that get canceled, does that change anything?
That changes everything because those 4 games that they have to play are 5 games.
No, right? No. Sorry, I meant change anything from your perspective, like on whether to do it or not. Not like obviously it changes everything.
Yeah, they have 5 games left against each other. If Vancouver versus Ottawa, if they play each other and Vancouver is ahead in points percentage and Ottawa wins those 3 games, this is for Danny's sake, then Ottawa will jump them in the standings, right? But if they lose those, or if Vancouver wins those 3 games, then they would jump Ottawa in the standings even without points percentage.
If it's decided league-wide that that there's just some teams are going to have an uneven number of games. If it's decided that the playoffs are decided if the playoffs are decided by points percentage, we should be determining our bet by points percentage. So that's all I'm going to say is if the playoffs get to the point where we don't finish the season and they've got to be decided by points percentage, I think that's fair to say our bet should as well.
That's completely fine. Okay. But then you are asking the Ottawa Senators in 18 games to win 7 more than they were to lose, which means they would have to go in 18. I think they need to go 11-3, or 11-3 at least, plus 1. Sorry, my math is bad right now. At least 14-4, I would assume, or 13-5 is what you're asking. The Ottawa Senators.
The bet's still out there. I don't want to welch on it closer to. The bet's still there. I want to see this get to fruition.
They have to get to 500 hockey in order to beat Vancouver in points percentage. I don't see that happening. So if you want to go by that, I'll go by that. But if it comes down to Vancouver not finishing their season, and Ottawa's beating them in the standings, it's a void.
I have a feeling we're going to have to come back to this, but I'm excited.
Listen, what are the odds that Calgary, who's having an absolute tailspin right now, loses or drops below Ottawa? That
would be nice too.
Yeah,
I'd like the Leafs to expedite that later tonight, where Jack Campbell will be starting in net and go to 9-0.
Okay, I think we should talk about what these guys want to see traded. What does everybody want to see? Who do you guys want on the Toronto Maple Leafs? Who do you guys think the Toronto Maple Leafs should get?
So we're gonna add an extra giveaway, and we'll give you until 7:30 to do this. You're allowed to drop one hypothetical trade in the chat, but the player coming to Toronto is Kyle Palmieri, because he, if you didn't catch this, was held out of his last game in New Jersey due to an impending trade. But here's the thing. That trade is expected to be announced in a week.
No, I think his agent just announced he's being held out until the trade deadline, like until he gets moved. I don't think there's anything impending. I think him and his agent just said, okay, we'll sit us then so we don't get injured.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I understood from it as well.
Okay, so we don't know. So he doesn't have a dance partner lined up for sure. That probably tells me that the GM has got 3 or more options, 2 or more options, I guess.
Friedman said in that same radio hit I mentioned about Stahl, he said Boston seems to be the front runner.
Okay. Of course it's Boston. It's always Boston.
But if he was gonna come to the Leafs, give me your best Leafs trade for Kyle Palmieri, and we will give away a pair of Major League socks to a trade between now and 7:30, limit 1 per person. If you can try and convince me and Caveman, and if we're both buying, we'll give you the socks.
All right.
So you got to be first, but you don't have to be right away. And we may ask you to defend it.
That's true. And until then, Danny, I got a question for you.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm going to give you 3 players. I want you to keep one of them.
Wait a minute. That's not how this game was supposed to work.
Nope. We're doing it backwards. I don't care about that.
Okay, wait, for context.
I like this.
Last night, I pitched it to Caveman. I said, okay, I am going to give you 3 players, and you have to pick 2 of them. But I didn't tell him what the players were. I was going to spring it on him today. He's just flipped the game on me. So,
well, if you want, we can do it your way. I like my way as well. And it was your idea first, so I would allow you to go first, so I don't take your players, because I feel like this is something you've put more thought into than I.
Okay, so I'm going to give it to you. You've got to pick 1. You give it back to me, and I'll pick.
Okay.
I'll pick 2 to get rid of. You're picking 1 guy to drop.
Okay, sounds good.
My 3 guys for you are John Tavares, Zach Hyman, and Morgan Riley. Keep 2.
I've had this conversation
make it easy
today.
I don't think this is easy, James. I'll throw this to you after as well, but I don't think it's easy. Ryan Starfire, Kerfoot, and a 4th if they make the playoffs for Kyle Palmieri. Oh, I mean, wow.
That's too nice, though. Like, that's too good for us.
I like that deal.
No, of course you like that deal, because it's a win-win for us, you know? We don't lose anything there. A 4th is nothing, and we lose Kyle Palmieri and Alex Kerfoot. That's a win.
Okay. So maybe.
So here's what I'm saying. I've had this very similar conversation today at work. However, I didn't have John Tavares in the mix. I had somebody else. And when I picked one player to keep, I kept Zach Hyman.
But if you're
out of Riley and Hyman, so if I had to drop one of Tavares, Hyman, Riley, I'm dropping Riley. Unfortunately for me, I've changed my stance on this. I remember last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago from now, 2 weeks ago, I said Morgan Riley is an Olympic level defenseman. And how do you drop an Olympic level defenseman? Well, you drop him because you hope Rasmus Sandin can fill the role.
Big pot. So Were you watching the show on Friday night?
I was not watching the show on Friday
James,
night.
does this sound familiar?
A little bit, yeah.
I pitched the exact same take to JR when we watched the Jets game on Friday. Paul, I could not agree more with you. This is rare. I like that we've got a third guy in the booth now, metaphorically speaking, that we can gang up on a little bit, because we don't see a whole lot of.
What did JR say?
Well, I didn't ask him the same question, but my question there, and JR, you give us your take, but it was basically, if Brody is the anchor on the back end that we've been looking for, knowing that Morgan Riley is going to be due for a pay raise. Ooh, hold on. We'll come back to that in a second, clearly. Palmieri with 50% calorie retain for Kerfoot. SDA in our 2021 third-round pick.
Semyon Argachinsov. He's the guy who played junior with Robertson for a bunch.
Okay.
That's
yeah, but they're finding new magic together. Down with the Marlies. I don't know if I'm so quick to do that. We'll leave it. I don't know if I like it better than Ryan's. Ryan's is more favorable for us, but we have to agree on it, Paul, so we'll come back to it. But what I said to JR was knowing that Morgan Riley is due for a pay raise.
Yeah.
At the end of next season. That he'll probably come in as a $7 million defenseman.
Yep.
7.5 maybe.
Yep.
6.5 if you're lucky, but even then. If TJ Brody is the linchpin and we have him signed long term, Rasmus Sandin can come up and take that spot. So would you consider moving Morgan Riley as early as even this year to try and solidify the team in other ways?
No.
Okay. So James, he agrees with you that he wouldn't trade Riley this year. But
no,
Riley's probably not part of the future.
If you weren't gonna trade, and obviously this is hindsight and a whole bunch of other stuff. If you weren't gonna trade Riley after he almost got nominated for the Norris, you're not trading him now. Because you could have got a lot for him after that year.
Here is my take on this. In the sense of the question, Tavares, Hyman, Riley, who do you drop? Tavares is your captain and is a potential 40 goal scorer and a constant 30 goal scorer. You drop him, you're nuts. Zach Hyman is the Swiss Army knife.
30 goal scorer.
Best Swiss Army knife in the league. The cheapest Swiss Army knife in the league. In a sense, he is almost irreplaceable, especially at his young age. How reliable he has been and how much I've grown to appreciate Zach Hyman and what he does for the team. 28, right?
I'm just saying, he's
that's
not,
still young.
He's not 23.
There's a guy I have in my mind who is better than Zach Hyman in every asset except for age. And that's who I personally want the Leafs to trade for this offseason. Anyways. Whoo, you found him very quick.
Yeah. That conversation's been flipped around too, which would be great.
That's my guy. Nick Foligno is Zach Hyman, just a little older. And you know what? If the Toronto Maple Leafs were to get him, that's the Swiss Army knife you need to fill that third line. Stop everything!
It's 7:20, and this is our giveaway show. So you know what that means.
Oh, it's going to be bottoms up, and I just finished my drink.
Oh, well, you're not allowed to get a new one now. Let's do it! At 7:20, let's spin that wheel.
I'm already a little tipsy, unfortunately.
Good. This has been a great show. I've been having a lot of fun. Okay.
Oh, Daddy. Oh, no.
Well, then. It looks like we bring the heat once again. I fear nothing. What did I do? I put 3 drops in last time. Engvall and a second for Ajax Alafalo is the play.
Unfortunately, that's not Kyle Palmieri, so I'll let you get a second chance at this, Epsiode.
Yeah,
but I do like the trade. I can't disagree with that.
James, how long is Iafallo signed for?
How long is Palmieri signed for? Let me take that.
Palmieri's a free UFA at the end of the year.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Because they were the Devils were talking to him for a bit, trying to get a contract, and then.
All right,
Alex Iafallo is a UFA at the end of the year.
with an extra drop on the cup, so I'm going to lick that too when we shoot it. I think that's the way to do it.
That's kind of disgusting.
Whatever. I fear nothing. What do we drink to?
Jack Campbell.
To
Galchenyuk.
To Alex Galchenyuk and Jack Campbell, may they remain Leafs for the rest of their careers.
Yeah, I mean, I would love Alex Galchenyuk to be a Leaf for the rest of his career. That'd be pretty fun.
So what happened at the end of this one? Oh, I'm already paying for it. There's a little bit of hot sauce that just sank to the bottom and trickled into my mouth at the very end. It did not get washed down by the tequila. So, that is what's bouncing along the tip of my tongue.
Nice.
Ooh.
So here is...
Really peppers the nostrils.
So here's me finishing my thought.
Tickle the back of the throat.
Ew, stop. So here's me just finishing that thought. Of the three players you mentioned, Morgan Rielly is the one who is the most, I want to say, replaceable, because we have the player that we are kind of training to become the next Morgan Rielly.
Right.
And we have him in the wings, and he's on his way up, and he's in development. So if you had to get rid of one of them, Riley's the guy because he is the most replaceable. However, I do not get rid of Morgan Rielly if I get the option.
Alan, thank you very much for joining us and being a fan on the FanCast. Go Leafs, go. Spread the word in Ireland. Let them know that the only National Hockey League team worth cheering for are the Maple Leafs. Thank you very much, my dude. Salante, and I should have done that before I took my shot.
Yeah, you disappointed him.
I did.
Now he's never going to come back because he hates you.
I should take another one, is what you're saying, right? I'm not going to, but next time.
Don't do it now. Wait until you get the next Prairie Fire. Right. How about that?
Love it. We're going to spin the wheel twice more. We're going to spin the wheel at 7:40 and
8 o'clock. Lovely.
As we call this show, which will actually probably, it might just be a little bit before 8, but it'll be a fantastic way to end things.
Yeah, it'd be pretty wonderful.
All right. Finish the rest of your thought. You don't get rid of Morgan Rielly.
You don't get rid of Morgan Rielly because you just don't. If you have the opportunity to, the answer is no, you don't get rid of Morgan Rielly because Morgan Rielly is still and will be an NHL and Olympic level defenseman, top defenseman.
James, did you agree with Paul that Morgan Rielly is the one to drop out of the 3, though?
Yeah.
Building off.
And to be honest, out of the 3, that was the easy choice.
Yep. Okay. Because he's replaceable, and it's unfortunate for Morgan Rielly because Tavares is irreplaceable, and that's why we're paying him $11 million.
In the offseason, let's just say it was a magic poof button that in the offseason you could eliminate one player, one contract. And between those 3, it had to be one. Would you not go John Tavares?
No, because I still believe John Tavares has more that he can offer. And he offers more than just scoring goals. He's a leader in the locker room. He is a leader on the ice. As far as how ugly the number is, yeah, it's an ugly number, but that number was signed with the belief that the cap was going to increase. By the time that contract is done, we will all be thanking Kyle Dubas for doing it.
Okay. Good.
It's just right now in the here and now because the flat cap, it looks like a nightmare when in reality it's pretty nice.
I mean, full disclaimer, like I am on board with Tavares. I do think Rielly is it's I hate it, man, but that's sports, right? Like, Morgan Rielly is not going to be a long-term member of the Toronto Maple Leafs. And
you don't think so? I think he's a lifer here.
No,
I think Rielly's gone after his contract's gone.
He's going to be too expensive, Paul.
But the best contract Morgan Rielly's going to sign is not with the Leafs.
Exactly. Like James and I talked about the idea of him going to Seattle. You know, like if you're the Leafs at the end of this season, do you expose him to the expansion draft? He's got a year left on his deal. Like it really I think it depends on what you want with Kerfoot and Dermott first. But if you could make a deal where the Kraken draft Rielly, or you trade Rielly to them, or trade them Kerfoot so that they draft Rielly, or vice versa, like the Leafs would be out on top after that. This might be their best chance to win. Next season, it might be about training up Sandin. and trying to get something done while Matthews is still a Maple Leaf. Because we've operated under the assumption that Austin Matthews is not going to be back. That's the world that we're living in, is once his contract is done, he's going to Phoenix to try and bring a cup to Arizona.
Maybe.
That's how we
It's
operate.
I still believe it. So now let me give you my question. And I'm going to eliminate Morgan Riley because that's the obvious answer that we all are going to drop here.
Okay.
So you have to drop one of these two players. Zach Hyman or William Nylander.
Paul, you're better at this than I am. I like that.
That was my question to my buddy today at work, Mr. Ted. Thank you, Ted. And me and him went back and forth for about an hour trying to decide who we'd rather keep. Our coffee break got extended by a little bit.
Here's what I want to do. James, don't hate me for it. Who are you picking?
Oh, to keep Nylander, not like.
So you get rid of Hyman. All right, here's what I got to do.
Okay.
Wait.
That's the harsh way to put it, but yes.
Okay. I do need you to explain it to the caveman. My bladder is about to explode, and I do need to use the bathroom. This is why commercial breaks are just so important.
Go ahead, buddy. Go.
But after you explain it to him, I'm going to come back and I'm going to ask for the TLDR. And by that point, I'll have made up my mind. Does that work?
That's perfect.
JR, hit it.
All right. My biggest thing, I'm just bringing up the cap friendlies and stuff right now. My biggest thing is just the age versus style of play, where I think, as much as I love Zach Hyman, is how long is Zach Hyman going to be Zach Hyman? And I use him as a comparison to another Maple Leaf, Wayne Simmons. Because the Wayne train was great throughout his 20s, and then his early 30s, he fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
His body just broke down, and as much as it sucks. Hyman is reaching that 28. I think he's
28. He's
28 on 29 right now. 28 going on 29. Nylander is 24 going on 25. So you've got a guy who's already 4 years younger. I would argue more skilled. Is the more skilled player of the two.
Yep.
And yeah, obviously you have there are some issues. As much as I do defend Willie, there are nights that you wonder where the heck did he go. And I get that. But I'm just wondering how long a 28-year-old Zach Hyman keeps playing like however much money Zach Hyman is going to make this year. Like, that's a whole other conversation. But
yeah,
I think I keep the more skilled younger guy over the higher energy potential body breaking down scenario.
Yep. No, I can agree with everything you're saying. I think
I don't think there's a wrong answer here.
No, there's no wrong answer. There's no right answer. If you're the Toronto Maple Leafs, you do everything in your power to keep both.
Yeah.
And I look at Zach Hyman as the best player for the Toronto Maple Leafs and for any team right now.
Yeah.
However, there is no guarantee that he will continue to be that player because he plays a physical style. Now he is all heart. God bless the lad. Zach Hyman is 150% heart and 50%, I don't know, skill. Sure, whatever. It got away from me that one.
And 100% Hebe.
And 100% Hebe. Yeah, see, I was going to say it, but I wanted Danny to.
My contribution. Give me that TLDR.
The TLDR.
I take the younger, more skilled guy whose body is more likely to stay together for longer.
You said you're dropping...
Hyman.
Jeez, you want
so I take the guy who's 4 years younger, has a higher ceiling skill wise, and is less likely to have his body break down in the next 3 years. Knock on wood.
Danny, who are you thinking?
The makeup of this team is offense. I'm gonna have to agree with JR. Like, the makeup of this team is skill first. Find guys like Hyman who can complement skill. I can understand the argument for wanting to keep Hyman when he does complement skill so well. But at the end of the day, if you're building the team around your top 4 skill guys, you don't split from that.
It is easier to find a Zach Hyman than it is to find a William Nylander.
I mean, you say that.
Yeah.
But
I just
know.
mean,
I mean who are his comparables?
Okay, so the way I compared him, the way I compared him was to Wayne Simmons, with like in terms of his body potentially breaking down in his early 30s. That was my big comparison.
You have guys like Jake DeBrusk, Alex Alafio, Alex Texier of Columbus, Pierre-Luc Dubois is a more skilled version of all those guys. You have big guys in the league. Look, Galchenyuk's even doing it now too. Like, you know what I mean? There's guys who can fill that role if they put the hard work.
Yeah. You can train a guy to like you did Galch, versus it's harder to train a guy to be like Willie.
So
wait a minute. Hold on. Apologies. Lordy Hot Dog just entered the room. Lordy Hot Dog used channel points to give us a woo, and we didn't hear the woo. And that's not fair to Lordy Hot Dog. So now I gotta fix this. Lordy Hot Dog! Lordy Hot Dog! In the room! Okay, Lordy Hot Dog, relax. If anybody doesn't know Lordy Hot Dog, he's a software developer in Seattle. He's about to be a huge Kraken fan. This is a Leafs hockey show. He doesn't give two shits about hockey. He's from Michigan. He probably couldn't even name me 3 players in Red Wings Hall of Fame history. Name 3 Red Wings that are in the Hockey Hall of Fame, Lordy Hot Dog.
Dylan Larkin, Anthony Mantha, and Dylan Larkin.
Luke Glendening.
Bill Cosby. Wrong.
Yeah.
Try again.
Sidney Crosby. He was close.
Lordy Hot Dog plays Smash Bros. And we're actually really happy he's here.
Yeah, welcome.
Sidney Powell.
That's Norman Powell.
Who plays basketball.
Listen, he'll play in the NHL one day.
Lordy Hot Dog is having a time, but we're happy. Lordy, stick around. In 7 minutes, we're going to spin the wheel of gimmicks and giveaways. Larry Bird. Yeah, he's total American. And he's going to come in here and be like, I'm right. They're all better hockey players. Nobody cares about hockey. It's a lame sport. Go basketball. He's the worst that America has to offer.
That's pretty funny. I believe in you, Lordy.
Don't encourage him.
Also, you both are right, but you're also wrong. The answer why you keep William Nylander is very simple. You have him for 5 more years at a easily affordable number, who has an insanely high skill ceiling that can and will eventually take over the league. And more than that, it is easier to build a team around Willie, Mitch, and Tavares when Matthews eventually leaves.
Lordy and Keegan are going to be best friends. I can already tell. We spin the wheel of gimmicks every 20 minutes, at least today, because we're announcing our partnership with Major League Socks. Lordy Hot Dog, listen up. If you want socks with your favorite hockey player's face on them,
I hope so too, Clearplay.
You go to www.majorleaguesocks.com. You pick your yes, Lordy. You pick your favorite, and then when you check out, and this is the most important part, you enter the promo code FANCASTIC. FANCASTIC for 15% off. Whatever you want at MajorLeagueSocks.com. That's how it works. Ryan Starfire knows. FANCASTIC, 15% off. And the more socks you buy, the more the Major League Socks people like us, and we can be friends with the Major League Sox people. Which one is a Red Wings player? Great
Dylan
question.
Larkin.
Lordy Hot Dog. We're going to find out for you, bud. As we
Dylan
go
Larkin.
to MajorLeagueSocks.com.
It's Dylan Larkin. He's actually on there.
Yeah, there's a lot of options for you. NHL players or alumni, what you want to do is go into the top left, go down to all products, and on the left-hand side, you can sort by city. Hey, you're from Michigan. Here's Detroit. Stevie Y, Gordie Howe, Dylan Larkin, Ted Lindsay. One of those is a current NHL player. Lordy,
it's not Dylan Larkin.
You buy those socks and prove to the world that you're a real Red Wings fan from Michigan. That's how it's done. They all look the same with different players' faces on them, dude. Yes. The socks are the same because the Red Wings, like the Maple Leafs, are the only team in the National Hockey League with only 2 colors. Did you know that, Paul?
Yes, I believe we've had this conversation before, and that's why you don't like the color gray on the Leafs uniforms.
Exactly. I was about to ask you. I was like, you know how the Leafs have had gray on their uniforms for their entire history? Yeah, except not. Bear with me, homie. I am like a bunch of tequila deep and a beer. Which one is a big hot dog? Dylan Larkin.
Phil Kessel.
Dylan Larkin is the biggest hot dog.
Phil
Phil Kessel, if you would wear Phil Kessel socks. Do they have Phil Kessel socks?
No, they don't. They don't.
Are you sure?
Yes, very sure. Also, we're getting a little off track here, Danny.
A little bit, but we're having fun, so I'm okay with it.
I absolutely believe so.
This is
in Canadian.
Right, so it's even cheaper for you because you're American.
Yeah, actually.
You already get an America discount for buying these products. You can get even more of a discount with FANCASTIC, the promo code for 15% off. Lordy hot dog. Also, we didn't say it out loud yet on the show, but happy birthday to Joe Bowen, voice of the Leafs.
Oh, happy birthday, Joe.
Wait a moment.
Okay.
Paul, entertain the room.
I think Danny's drunk.
Yeah, I mean, he said he wasn't afraid of that tequila shot, but I think it's him.
He should be. That should strike the fear of God in him. Anyways, what do you want to talk about, JR? Anything been on your mind recently?
Well, did we ever crown a winner for the trade giveaway? It's past 7:30.
No, we didn't. And you know what? Danny's not here, so he can't overpower me. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. That bubbly sponsorship.
Did you know
100%.
that Major League socks are not restricted only to players, but rather certain legendary broadcasters, much like Joe Bowen?
You couldn't take those off your feet. You had to put them on your feet.
Yeah, I didn't think about the idea of taking them off my feet. I mean, they were in the drawer, but I put them on because I want to show people what they look like. Boom! Cleary owns the Bonesy socks.
Okay, Danny, before we spin the wheel again and you get even more plastered, I think we have to vote on a winner. We've got Kerfoot for and a fourth for Palmieri.
Mm-hmm.
We have Palmieri 50% retained salary for Kerfoot, SDA, and our 2021 third round pick. Or we have Engvall in a second for Alex Iafallo.
Okay, well, it can't be that one because we're talking about trades for Kyle Palmieri.
Unfortunately, I kind of agree with you.
So I got to give away a pair of socks to either... What? It was a fourth?
It was a fourth, and I feel like that's just a little unrealistic.
Just Palmieri for a fourth straight up?
And Kerfoot.
Oh, and Kerfoot, right, of course.
And then Kerfoot and SDA plus a third for Palmieri at 50% retained salary, which I don't know if that actually matters or if we need to do it like that. So if I'm being honest, I'm thinking we just trade Palmieri afterwards for, I don't know, Nick Foligno, and I think we give me the socks.
Wait, you can't trade Palmieri for Nick Foligno. We're not.
I can do what I
Leafs
want.
Don't have that power. And
I can do what I want.
If you want a pair of socks, you're gonna have to work for it. I'll let you put your name in the next time we do a draw.
Well, it's gonna be soon.
I'm letting Ryan Starfire win this one. I think the fourth makes the most sense. I think trading SDA, I think it's too early to trade SDA.
I agree, only because it's too much to give up for Kyle Palmieri, even at 50%. So I'll give it to Ryan as well.
Perfect. James, what's your take, even though we don't need the tiebreaker?
I would have given it the other way to the SDA trade solely because that's the more realistic. Like, I don't think Jersey just takes Kerfoot straight up.
Okay.
No, well, it's Kerfoot and a fourth. I mean, you're going to lose Palmieri, but I don't know that Palmieri's even that good. He hasn't been great this season. He's 100% going to Boston for something like a pair of Tuukka Rask's jock straps.
Ryan is a beast who that's the second thing he's won today. He's going to give that pair to Keegan. So
that's so nice.
What
a sweetheart.
However, it is now 7:41, which means we're late. We should have done this a minute ago. Yes, my friends, it's time to spin the wheel.
It's getting close to my bedtime, guys, eh?
We'll do one more spin of the wheel before the show ends. Lordy Hot Dog, we will spin it right now. Here's what you got to do. Just in case this thing lands on a prize, you're going to have to !FANCASTIC into the chat right now. That means you'll be eligible to win if we land on a prize.
I'm doing it right now.
You should. Show them how it's done. I'm going to spin the wheel. Right now, I got 3 people. Jordan, Paul, Lordy Hot Dog. Cleary, Ryan, put your names back into the hat. You can win twice today. It's a big deal. We're announcing our partnership with Major League Socks. So I'd like all y'all to pile in here. And in the meantime, I'm going to spin that wheel. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Freddy.
Boom!
I'm steady, Freddy.
Will it be a gimmick or a giveaway? The landing is on! Bottoms up! Paul.
Oh no.
Paul?
Yeah.
Oh no.
What's up, buddy?
Shut up.
Oh no.
You gotta crack a new one, don't you? Because I do too.
I'm not getting a beer. It's
Is
too out
that-
of reach.
No, you
Is that all 3 of us are gonna do a full drink?
Of course.
If you're gonna join us for sure, let me go ahead and grab something.
God.
Give me a second.
Am I gonna get drunk on Mondays now? Does this have to be a thing? I got a White Claw. I hope is that acceptable? Can everybody please accept my White Claw? Somebody please say yes. Come on, Ryan, be the judge. Give me the White Claw.
Apparently,
Let me
JR is included.
Oh yeah, we accept. Thank you. Ain't no laws when you drinking White Claws.
Yo, you chugging a White Claw?
Yeah.
Paul, is that a black cherry White Claw?
Yes, sir.
My
That makes 2 of
boy!
All right.
Ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the Leafs Chugcast, where
I'm
3
not a
of
good
us
chugger, am I?
need to knock back.
Oh, I should have shotgunned this. Damn it.
James, are you already going, or should we have put you on camera for this?
No, I haven't started yet.
Okay, hold on. Turn your camera on. We might as well.
Okay, hang on. Give me a second. I gotta raise it up so you don't see my chin.
Bottoms up for Hyman. Yeah, if we finish this fast enough, Zach Hyman will sign a $3 million contract with the
Don't
Leafs
believe
next
you.
season.
JR do a slam bind? Slampino.
Slambino.
Show your
Slambino.
chin. Lordy will do it just for you, bud. JR, where are you?
There you go. I should be on now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages,
What do you guys got?
bottoms up. I got a beer.
White Claw.
Oh,
and a
boy.
White Claw. Hey, the boys. Nice. GG.
Bottoms up, gentlemen.
Fuck this shit.
Oh, that was too cold.
Woo! Yeah, buddy! Wow. I like that. That feels good all around.
Oh,
boys.
that's some ASMR right there.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man.
If Harry was here, he'd be popping a semi. Swing a beer
popping
for
a-
the working man.
I'm popping a semi in a different way, dude.
What does that mean?
Hey, shut up.
Hey, dude, it's
I'm
FanCast
done.
giveaway day. So I think we got 10 minutes left in the show. And then we will do one more spin of the wheel. As we must.
Shut up, hot dog. I'm not showing you my semi. I don't have a truck.
Lordy Hot Dog!
He
So
wants
Lordy
it.
Hot Dog is a Smash Bros. Player. He plays Project M. I wish I could flip this really quick, but I can't. We debuted a new show on Big Pot TV over the weekend. On Saturday, we debuted House of Shoomp.
What in the
Shoomp is Fashoomp.
Fashoomp?
Exactly. Fashoomp is, one, the sound Sheik makes when using their up B in Super Smash Bros. Melee. And two, Fashoomp is my old roommate, Alex Kamian, who is a, might as well be professional Super Smash Bros. P+ player. Lordy Hot Dog wants me to play the Hammer Time sound effect, So for context here, and I do need to get this on the show on the sound effects panel exactly, Lordy. Yes, Fashoop also works for EA as a... You know what he works on, Paul? He works on NHL.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this before.
I'm sure we have. So, yes, Lordy Hot Dog, on his stream, who's also a Smash Bros. Player, had on Fashoop, and Fashoop is much better than Lordy Hot Dog. I think it's indisputable. And every so often, I decide to call some Smash Bros. Games, and it sounds like this. Stop! Hammer time! I don't think you heard that.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've started to dabble in Smash Bros. Commentary. I can get way better than I currently am. Lordy Hot Dog's a big fan, and I am so happy that we have Lordy Hot Dog with us. All right.
Paul hasn't drank since the start of this pandemic, so Paul's not having a good time.
You go to Guelph every other weekend to hang out with your girlfriend.
I do not drink there. I am actually the one who doesn't drink because I'm supposed to be sober.
Yo, let's talk about fucking Keegan for a second.
Fucking Keegan.
Pardon my language. Keegan is the real MVP. He hypes up anything Big Pot TV does, and we love you for it, Keegs. Okay. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what time it is?
FanCast Forecast? Because then we have to do another one.
FanCast Forecast.
Boom. You didn't see it coming. FanCast Forecast. Love it. All right. In the FanCast Forecast, we project what is about to happen for the Leafs in this upcoming week. No in-person attendance available. Okay, just letting you know, we cannot go to these games in person.
No way.
But tonight,
what is that?
What are we? The Texas Rangers?
Ooh, 40,000 strong today?
Tonight,
Yikes.
the Leafs at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Lordy Hot Dog Time, play the Calgary Flames, attempting to make a different kind of game. As in, the Flames would not like to lose to the Leafs again. But Jack Campbell's in net, trying to make it 9 in a row. Let's see it happen. Then, on Wednesday, the Canadiens are in town to visit Toronto. And on Saturday, the Ottawa Senators come to Toronto. But also important is the Final Four matchup of Zags versus Baylor.
That's the championship.
Sorry, championship.
It's the
I
final.
guess the Final Four is over. Yes. Baylor knocked out my boy Kyle King and his Houston Cougars. So, I'm on Zags for the Final Four. Do you have a pick in the Final Four, Paul? So, I'm sorry.
I personally, you keep saying Final Four. I want Gonzaga to win for one reason. If they do, they'll be making history, and I kind of want to be a part of history. They'll be the first team to win March Madness or the NCAA championship with a perfect season. Not a single loss.
And for that reason, I have to be cheering for the Baylor Bears. Lana! Lana's here. Say what up. Paul, you're already a part of it. Lordy Hot Dog in Seattle, Washington is your number one fan.
Me and Lordy are actually going to be boys. He speaks in all caps and I think in all caps. So I think that's pretty solid.
Hey, love that. Lana! We've been giving away stuff. And Lana, stick around. We're going to give away stuff too.
I'll get you
Lordy,
some Paul socks.
You want caveman socks? Listen, buddy, I'm going to make it happen.
Somehow.
Somehow. We already have the graphic. Have you seen our FanCast logo?
No, we have a fan. Yeah, it's pretty. I like it.
Do you want your face on a pair of socks?
On socks. Can we get socks where like one of them is my face and one of them is your face, but like on all the right pairs is my face and all the left pairs is your face. That way they can never switch and have like right and left and left. You know what I mean?
No, they can because it doesn't matter what face you have them on. Like doesn't.
No, but you only put them on one side of the sock, so it's on like the outside of the right hand, the right foot, and then it just looks weird.
Well, no, the issue is the thing about Major League socks, and you'll learn, right, is that whatever face you have on the ankle is on one side, it's also on the other side.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do that. I would just say it can only be on one side.
Right.
I really hope somebody screenshot Danny in that pose. We can make some good memes out of that.
This is your
Lower
chance.
your cam.
Okay. No. This is not that kind of show.
Okay, Danny, who you got for the FanCast Forecast? Do you
All
want
right,
to go?
ready? So we got three games starting tonight.
I'll let you go first.
9:30. Paul, I think you and I have both decided that you and I are on the same page. Leafs are getting a dub tonight on the back of Jack Campbell going 9-0.
Wrong.
What?
Wrong.
Wait. Earlier in the show, you said Jack Campbell was going 9-0.
Yeah, but you know what? As I've become more and more intoxicated, I've become more wise, and you have decided for me that he can't end the season perfect. So better now than later when we don't need it. You know what I mean?
Is that so?
Yeah, 100%. I think Calgary's getting the W tonight, especially after dominating us yesterday. I don't think they want to be embarrassed again.
Okay. I'm going to call it right now. Leafs win tonight against Calgary. That means next game to decide Wednesday against Montreal. Leafs, Habs. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Leafs.
W.
Yeah. Same page, Polly.
Same page.
Okay.
And against the Senators.
And Jack Campbell's also going to be in net against the Senators. During game 3 of this week's FanCast Forecast, Saturday night. My dude, you see this?
On 3. Or on go.
1,
3, 2, 1, go. Leafs win.
Whoa! Paul! We're both calling 3-0.
No, I just called 2 and 1.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I called 3-0. Yeah, fine.
You're
I've been drinking
stupid.
too.
And Hot Dog just subscribed. What a boy.
Lordy Hot Dog! Wait for it. Lordy Hot Dog! Newest subscriber to Big Pot TV. My God, we're happy to have you. All right. Polly.
Yes, sir.
You're calling 2 and 1 with a loss tonight. I'm calling 3 and 0 with a dub tonight. Jack Campbell to guide us. JR, we're not statistically keeping track. What's your pick?
I also have them going 2 and 1, but I think it's tonight. It's hard to pick a loss between the Canadiens and Senators. Like I don't want to say we lose to either of them. If I had to pick, okay, you know what? Okay, they win tonight. They lose to the Habs. They beat the Sens.
All right, you're calling a loss to the Habs. I'm calling 3-0. Paul's calling a loss to the Flames. Ladies and gents, the FanCast Forecast is in the book. And so, there's only one last thing to do on this show today.
One last spin. Danny, are you ready?
Yeah, buddy. Shall we?
Let's get ready to spin the wheel.
3, 2, 1, boom.
You know what? Clear play. I think we all could have guessed that.
And we're gonna end the show with a suit swap. Danny spends the rest of his evening wearing a very different suit. What are we throwing on, Paulie?
I hope he's naked.
Ladies
That'd
and
make my
gentlemen,
day.
there is never, and I mean never, a bad time to throw them checkers up. Ladies and gentlemen,
Birthday.
woo!
Nice.
This has been the Leafs FanCast. By the fans, for the fans. Paul?
We are not athletes.
No?
No, we're just fans.
We are just fans. Thank you all for being here. Watch the Leafs v Flames tonight. We will not be doing a watch party. However, we expect you all to show your fandom. It's been one hell of a show.
Fandom.
And we're happy all you guys have been here as well. FanCast coming back next Monday. We may do something Wednesday night against the Habs. In fact, I'll commit to you right now and tell you that I will do a watch party against the Habs Monday night. When we do a watch party, every Leafs goal, we spin the wheel.
Whoa, that's cool.
We do. We also spin the wheel for every 300 bits. So there's going to be chances on chances on chances for you to win. Participate in some sweet giveaways. And have a ton of fun with the rest of us here on the Leafs FanCast. Anything else, Caveman, before we send it away?
I'm all good, and I appreciate you guys for hanging out with us today. Thanks for coming.
JR, say goodnight.
Guys, you could spend your evening doing anything, and you spent it with us, so for that, I say thank you.
And also, what are you doing with your lives? What's going on?
We'll leave it on that. It's the Leafs FanCast.
Better.
See you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.